I always consider us the first city. Why not? Yes, we can. We have the president of the United States now that was just elected. It's from our own hometown. How exciting is that? And he's bringing so much joy to Washington to be able to connect the Olympics back to Chicago. He's creating an ambience even in his cabinet of people from Chicago. This is the heartland of the world.
So it's a city that works hard to expand and create and transform itself. And to me, Chicago is the city of the 20th century America.
But I think it would help draw attention on the worldwide stage to the diversity in Chicago, the strength that Chicago has from a people standpoint, and really the heart that is the essence of what Chicago's all about. So I think it's time that the world really has an opportunity to see that heart.
To be on that global stage is what they really need to kind of put the gas down a little bit and start pushing to be more creative and thinking innovative about ways they can portray their business amongst the city and then our city amongst the world.
We're in a city that supports, through our airport and our transportation system, an amazing connection for people not only in Chicago, but to get to the northern part of Chicago, the southern part, the western part. We're just a very connected place to live.
The kind of business life of the city now would only be enhanced by an Olympics, which would encourage what we already do with the hotels and the convention center and the airport to do even more, and downtown as a whole. The city would only continue to do what it already does very well.
Well, it's time for us to show some ingenuity here. It's time for us to reach out to a wider audience.
From a creativity standpoint, I think it's exciting because what we already see in terms of overall business environment is that it's a very vibrant community with lots of resources and people that come together to really from all walks of life to get a goal achieved.
So I think that the world would be very interested to see the offerings and diversity and geography of a city from which the new President of the United States has come.
And I think we've waited a lifetime since the World Exposition back in the late 1800s to bring such a great venue to Chicago. We're not the second city, we're the first city. And why I say we're the first city is we connect the world through Chicago.
This is really the opportunity for Chicago to be known as the first city.
I think it really would focus attention back on the Midwest as far as really a hub of activity. There's so much happening in Chicago from a neighborhood standpoint, from a business development standpoint, and in the arena of innovation that I think goes unnoticed.
There is just so much vast property open, through northern Illinois, Lake County, DuPage County, Will County, Grundy County, where we can hold events like the equestrian event is being looked at in Wadsworth at the Temple Farms, which is a beautiful rolling acres of horse farmland, and imagine building up the economy not only in Chicago but in all these collar counties, and bringing the warmness of maybe some of our rural areas being able to work together collectively to bring this event to the city.
A uniquely multicultural place for peoples from all over the world to come and see, living sometimes harmoniously, sometimes not, but increasingly together as we saw a couple of weeks ago in Grant Park, which I also think it shows the capacity of the city to handle a major event peacefully with all kinds of different people, organized very quickly, with politicians and authorities at various different levels of government working together to make a very complicated event take place and run extremely smoothly.
So why not have it here in Chicago? And yes, we can have it here in Chicago because there are bright minds, there are creative sources, and there is companies that are just already stepping up to that tune to say we are number one to have that.